Well, moving on, Tanzanian-registered tour vehicles have been barred from accessing airports, airstrips, game reserves and parks in Kenya starting tomorrow. This comes as negotiations between Kenya and Tanzania to solve the impasse over how tour vans from both operate. The Frosty relations that date back to the 80s now seem to have come to the fore, with neither country looking likely to back down. KTN's Charles Gitonga has the details.
In what could appear to be bad blood in the eyes of tour operators from Tanzania, Kenya is finally taking the step to implement the bilateral agreement after 30 years of being good neighbors. In her statement today, Cabinet Secretary for Tourism Phyllis Kandie put it in black and white that tour vans registered in Tanzania will be denied access to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport and all other airports, airstrips and national parks. This, she says, is informed by the cross-border tourism bilateral agreement between Kenya and Tanzania, which dates back to 1985, and the 3 weeks negotiation window opened by the EAC to review the agreement was not utilized.
That meeting has not taken place, and so I'd like to announce that from tonight, midnight, we will commence again to implement the 1985 agreement to the full.
Since 1985, Tanzania has been enforcing this agreement, and as a result, Kenyan registered tour operators are not allowed to operate in game parks and airports within Tanzania. Kenya has been unwilling to enforce this agreement in the spirit of regional integration.
We needed to ensure that there was fair play between the two countries.
However, Tanzanian tour operators will be allowed entry into Kenya through Lunga Lunga, Taita Taveta, Namanga and Isebania to pick or drop tourists in all towns in Kenya. This move has received support from tour operators within the country. While speaking to KTN on phone, the chairman of Kenya Association of Tour Operators, Fred Kaigwa, noted that the Tanzanian operators should not complain about this move since Kenya is simply enforcing an agreement that has been in place and each country must now implement the law of the land. The Kenyan operators are now eyeing the opportunity for partnerships with their Tanzanian counterparts to enable movement of their tourists in Kenya. Kenya's aviation infrastructure supports about 50% of the Tanzanian tourism business.
It's all a question of sitting down with each other's operators, reaching an agreement on doing business together and joining hands and moving forward. Here, Tanzania is a very popular itinerary.
Kenya-Tanzania relations have over the years degenerated, with the latter largely seen as opposed to regional integration. But with the government taking the tough stance, it remains to be seen if the 30-year-old bilateral agreement will be reworked. Charles Gitonga, KTN.